Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here, Sizzix resident designer. I'm so excited about today's episode where we're going to be taking a dollar pot that I got at my local improvement store and giving it a new life. So what we are doing is we're going to do some painting, and we're going to take one of Eileen Holt's new dies from her Cherish line and make a stencil out of it, and this is going to be a chalkboard. So I hope you all are excited about this. Let's get started. The first thing you'll need is Framelits by Eileen Holt, a terracotta pot, vinyl, a magnetic platform by Sizzix, acrylic paint and a foam brush, and chalkboard paint and a pouncer. To get started, we're going to make our sandwich with one spacer, the magnetic platform that is fantastic. Your Thinlits work on these and your Framelits, and what they're made for is for it won't move. So you can put your material down and then your Framelit, and it will hold your material, and it's great if you stamp something and then want to cut it out and make sure it's perfectly centered, for example. But we're just running out a piece of vinyl, and it can be pretty much anywhere that's somewhat in the middle, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I just love using the magnetic platform. So we're removing the die, and you'll see it cut it out perfect, and now we have our vinyl cut out. And I'm showing you that it's sticky on the back, this is why it can act as a stencil for our pot, and it won't let any of the paint get outside of the die cut. So now we're just going to paint our terracotta pot. I'm painting it a nice green color. You'll need to add 2 to 3 coats of this paint. It's multi-surface paint, but I would prefer 2 or 3 coats because it'll give it a bright color for spring, and this green looks great. So I'm just going to put a few coats on here and let it dry between coats, and then when we come back you'll see that we are going to cut our stencil down. That way it's not as large to stick onto our pot because it is going to be a circle pot, and the smaller the stencil the easier it is to adhere on. But don't cut it too small because you don't want you still want to make sure that it can protect it and not get any of the chalkboard paint onto the pot besides the area that we cut. So I'm smoothing this out right here, and now I'm going to take some chalkboard paint, apply it on this scrap sheet that is the backing, and I'm taking the pouncer, and watch how I'm doing this. This is like giving less paint, that way that there's not so much that can get through the stencil. So we're smoothing this out again just to go over it. Make sure, because you don't want to ruin your pot. And you'll just want to start stenciling. I like to just maybe pounce one time in the middle-ish and then start going around the edges and work our way in instead of working our way out. So we are now doing this, and I just want you to make sure to follow the directions on your chalkboard paint, and you'll be great at this as long as you follow those instructions. And don't forget to let this dry before you start working with it. Make sure the cure time, I just recommend checking the back of your chalkboard paint for instructions. Now remove your stencil nice and easy, making sure no chalkboard paint gets on your hands or anything like that. And it looks amazing, and I just like to wrap mine up and throw it away because it's so inexpensive that I find it's a bigger pain to try to keep. So now after it's dry, you'll want to prep your chalk by taking the side of the chalk and doing this, and then erasing it, and that it just preps the surface for when you want to write with it. It makes it a little bit easier, and I'm making a little smiley face because my handwriting's not too well, but I hope you enjoyed this project, and I think it would look great in any room decor idea. Wow, who knew you could take a dollar pot from your local home improvement store and give it a new life by using some Eileen Holt dies, turning it into a chalkboard, and giving it a few coats of paint. This literally took me less than 30 minutes to make, and it is going to look so good in a teen's room. You could put a plant in here each different season and write what it is, or you could even use one of these for organization in your room by putting your pens in here or anything you really need. It would look super cool, and Eileen's dies really help out with that. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Sizzix to check out this video series each week, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this and what you want to see here next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.